En 2012, face à la Zambie, les éléphants de la Côte d'Ivoire avaient perdu la finale de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations de football. C'est donc après 12 ans de patience que le triomphe a refait surface sur le visage des Ivoiriens grâce à leur victoire sur le Nigeria. Retour sur les pénaltys de la CAN 2012.
And it will be Ivory Coast to take the first one.
He's got to keep it underneath the crossbar. If you hit it with power.
Can he keep his nerve? He can. Good penalty, Tiote. And it is 1-0 to Ivory.
The goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Certainly not in the corner.
You have to suspect that he would be. Christopher Katongo now, the captain of Zambia, stepping up against Boubacar Barry. We've seen off Senegal and Ghana, the other two big favourites. Can they hold their nerve here against Ivory Coast? Katongo, oh, that was cool. And it's 1-1.
Not sure what the placing of the towel was meant to signify.
Vitesse Arnhem in Holland. Can he keep his cool, Bonnie Wilfried? So what Aubameyang had to go through, and he missed for Gabon. 5-4 defeat for Mali. It's an awful situation to be in. And Wilfried scores with a really cool penalty.
Great penalty. One of the players of the tournament, hasn't he, Mayuka?
Yeah, he certainly has, as has Katongo. He scored his, and Emmanuel Mayuka do likewise. Yes, he can. It's 2-2. 4 really good penalties so far.
Yeah, and that just had enough height on it. Yeah.
Sol Bamba.
Singing you can hear in the background is the Zambian subs who are singing. Not in tune, it has to be said.
Looks nervous, Bamba. And it's been saved by Mwini.
No, the assistant referee has just put his flag up. He's going to have to take it again. He's saying the goalkeeper came off the line. Just have to wait and see here. I think he's got another chance at this. Watch here, he just comes off his line, and there goes the flag, here it comes.
Yeah, he's a couple of yards off, isn't it? It does seem harsh, because you see that so many times in penalty shootouts, and goalkeepers get away with it, but by the letter of the law, they've got it right. Another chance for Bamba, and this time he thumps it into the back of the net, and it is 3-2.
Well, he went for power the second time, and heart must have been in his mouth there, because it just creaked.
Yeah, he certainly does, and that's key.
So all goalkeepers will come off their line.
Isaac Chancer of Orlando Pirates. A few words before he takes it here. And puts it away. Well taken. And that has to be retaken.
Well, obviously you were looking at the same thing as I was, because he comes out a yard, but it's a good penalty.
As though one person is going to be responsible. It's Max Gradle. Scores 4-3 Ivory Coast.
That seems to be the corner, doesn't it? Once again, that's a decent penalty.
They look so cool, don't they, the Zambian players? As though they're just enjoying this occasion. That penalty spot is getting more and more worn.
And the referee hasn't helped it now by saying that it has to be right on the spot.
I mean, if there's a big divot there, he has to be realistic, the referee, and allow them to move it. Felix Katongo scores. What a great penalty. 4-4, and still neither side has flinched.
And the goalkeeper dived the right one. He dived early as well. I think it goes over him. And the penalty spot is really...
He's got Drogba on his back, and it is Didier Drogba. Well, what drama and what a moment for the Ivory Coast captain. Missed his penalty in the 2006 shootout defeat to Egypt. Missed a penalty in this final. Surely he won't complete an unwanted hat-trick, will he? If he does, Zambia have the next penalty to win the Cup of Nations. Drogba against Mwini. Scores this time. Kept his nerve brilliantly, Didier Drogba. And you have to give credit to a player who has missed 2 penalties previously in Cup of Nations finals. But he tucked that one away.
Well, it goes over the top of the...
It is Mwini, the
now,
Zambian goalkeeper.
If he misses it, does Didier Drogba run up and taunt him and then go to shake his hand?
Well, what a penalty this is. Has to score, or Ivory Coast have won it. If he does score, we go to sudden death. A cool penalty from Mwini, the goalkeeper. It is 5-5, a set of perfect penalties, and it goes to sudden death. And that's a great from Boubacar Barry to being scored against by his opposite number.
Well, had he dived the right way, that's a good moment.
10 so far, all of them scored, and just as well the referee ordered a retake from Bambas, otherwise Zambia would already be celebrating. TNA to take this one. Usually has a pretty sweet left foot. And he does this time as well. 6-5, Ivory Coast. And Zambia are back in that awful position again of having to score.
And the players that are coming up now are the ones that...
It's Nathan Sinkala, 20-year-old for Zambia. Only made his international debut last year. Let's hope he doesn't spoil what's been a great tournament for himself. Bit of a hesitancy, oh, and he's buried it in the top corner. I thought for a second, you know, he'd put that over.
I think he missed.
Penalties taken, 12 penalties scored. Can Yakonen keep his nerve? Yes, he can. It's 7-6.
That's the area where they like to put them.
This is getting tougher and tougher for Zambia. A third penalty coming up. Boubacar Barry taking his time to collect his thoughts. Any penalty now could be the winning moment. Lungu has to score. And does. It is 7-all. And he's giving it the same as Mwini did now for either side. Well, it looks as though he's going to go for power, Kolo Toure. Mwini could go into the back of the net with this if he blocks it. Kolo Toure, saved by Mwini! And this time the flag doesn't go up. And Zambia have the next penalty to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Now, just looking at that again, Stuart, is there too much difference between what Mwini's done there to save that as the Bamba save? Just watch.
No, I think he's okay there. He stays on his line.
He's come forward.
He's come forward, but it's almost at the same time. Yeah, he does come forward, but I think the other one was a little bit... But you expect the goalkeeper to move.
So tough, isn't it? In a place in history. A chance to truly honour the memory of the 93. If Kalaba scores, Zambia are champions. He's missed! Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable. Rainford Kalaba blazes over the top. We stay at 7-all, and Ivory Coast are still in it. Stays level. After all 11 penalty takers have taken it, goes back to the start again, which is exactly what happened in the 92 final.
I think the manager should take one.
And the substitutes, that'll be entertaining, wouldn't it? Look at the state of the spot. Javinho, can Mwini save again? He doesn't need to, because Javinho has fired over. And Zambia have another chance to win it. Well, after 14 penalties in a row being scored, we've now had 3 in a row missed. And another chance for Zambia.
But it's getting harder and harder now. You've got to say the taken's been brilliant up until this point, because the pitch, the penalty spot, is cutting up badly. The standing foot is slipping away.
Set of players than this Zambian team if they were to win the Africa Cup of Nations 19 years from where the squad perished in a plane crash. It's in! Tucked away by Stopira Zunzu, and Zambia are champions of Africa. Destiny has smiled on Zambia. 19 years on, at the scene of their greatest tragedy, has become the scene of their most wonderful success. Ivory Coast have fallen short yet again. and Zambia have written a quite remarkable chapter into the history book of the Africa Cup of Nations.